Hello guys, how are you today? So today I'll be explaining the Math Periodic Course Practice Quiz Geometry section 4.1. It's only 2 questions and I believe one of the answers are wrong. I think it's part B from this question. So please pay attention. Ask your teacher if you want because this is a wrong question. Okay, the answer is put wrong in the SDP. So let's start. Given that measure angle AOL is 60 degrees, what is the value of M if angle AOL, okay, so we're talking about angle AOL, but with respect to which line, to which ray, to ray OA, with respect to this A, and we are moving in the counterclockwise direction, the same in physics. Counterclockwise means positive direction. Clockwise means negative, okay? And we are going one rotation. We need to find the value of M. So here, very simply, this question, we just need to know we have 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants. Now, since we are starting with respect to OA, okay, then we are gonna say that 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is here, and 4 is here. Next thing, they told us they did one full entire rotation, but in which direction? In the positive direction, which is counterclockwise. So if we're gonna do it, we're gonna take from here. It's gonna do one full entire rotation and reach back to the point. Now, what is the meaning of one full entire rotation? That means plus 360 if it is positive, okay? So far, we know it is positive, so we are gonna add 360 because it is one full entire rotation. Okay, because it's positive, we add 360. If it was negative, we would subtract 360. Now it starts, look, here is where the arrow ends, so the other arrow should end also over here. So that means if we need to find the measure of angle N, very simply, we're gonna take the measure of AOL, which is 60 degrees, and we are gonna add it to the measure of one full rotation. What is the measure of one full rotation? One full circle? One full circle is 360 degrees. We only add it because it is positive. So the angle AOL is 60 degrees plus 360 degrees. If you do it on your calculator, you are then gonna get 420 degrees. So M is then 420 degrees. Now we move on to part B, which I personally believe is wrong. If you double check with your teachers, please do. But personally, I see this as a wrong question because the way of solving it is very wrong. Like the way they put the answer is wrong, but the way we solve it, you will get a different answer. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Now, what is the value of N if angle AOL with respect to the ray OA does a clockwise rotation? We need to find N, and we know the angle is minus 1020 degrees. So first thing we need to know, it's again angle AOL. We need to find angle AOL with respect to OA, but it is clockwise. If it is clockwise, then it is negative, and if it is negative, that means we need to subtract 360 from the original one. We will see how many times we need to subtract 360 until we get minus 1020 degrees. So what I am trying to say is that we have the initial angle, which is 60 degrees. Since it is negative, we are going to subtract it from 360. But how many times did we do a rotation? This is what we need to find out. So we're going to do minus 360 times x, and it is supposed to give us what? Negative 1020. Okay, since it's going in the clockwise direction, it is negative. To find the value of N, we know we're going to take the original angle, which is 60, subtract from it 360, a full rotation, okay? But we don't know how many rotations we did, so we're going to multiply it by x, and it's equal to negative 1020. Move 60 to the other side, you're going to get negative 360x is equal to minus 1080. Divide both sides by minus 360, so then you are going to get 8 is 3. Sorry, not 8. X is 3, my bad. Now, this is why I'm saying part B is wrong, because in the answers they say X is 2. No, X is actually 3. So it does 3 full rotations in the clockwise direction for it to reach minus 1020, okay? So even though we got our answer as 3, if you put 3, it's gonna say wrong. Just put 2, even though here the answer is incorrect, okay? Now we move on to part C, where they ask us another question, but again, they're using the angle 60, so 60 degrees. What is the value of Z if angle AOL with respect to with respect to ray OA in a counterclockwise direction, meaning positive, does 2 full rotations? We need to find the angle Z. Very simply, what you're gonna do, you're gonna take the original angle, okay? Because it is positive, you are gonna add 360 is 1 full rotation. How many full rotations did it do? It did 2 full rotations. How much are you gonna get? So 60 plus 360 times 2, you are then gonna get 780 degrees. Okay? Now, what is the value of R if angle AOL, okay, with respect to OA, it's doing a clockwise rotation, and it does not do a full rotation. Clockwise means negative, but it did not do a full rotation. So very simply, what we're gonna do is, because it is negative, we're gonna take the original angle, which is 60. We're gonna subtract it from 360, and since it did not do a full entire rotation, we're not gonna multiply it by anything. Okay, and now to find the measure of this angle over here, okay, it's gonna be 60 minus 360, which is then negative 300 degrees. Okay, so our answer is very simply negative 300 degrees. Now we move on to part 2. Okay, this is a nice question. It may be a bit confusing, but it is a nice question in general. They need the coordinates of the point that belong to the terminal ray of the directed angle with the algebraic measure equal to 135 and to minus 315. Very firstly, we're gonna label them 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we're gonna say with respect to this ray over here, with respect to ray X, we have 135 degrees, and we also have what? And we have negative 315 degrees. So very simply, let's do it like this. This is how much? This is 90 degrees. Okay, so here we have 0 degrees, here we have 90 degrees. Here then we have 180 degrees, and then here again we have 270 degrees. So if we're talking about 135, it has to be between what? Between 90 and 180. Now, to find where to put it exactly, very simply, you're gonna do 180 minus 135. It's gonna give you 45, okay? And then you're gonna do 135 minus 90, it's also gonna give you 45. That means it has to be exactly in the middle. So this point over here are the coordinates of 135 degrees. Now, if we're talking about negative 315 degrees, okay, we are gonna be moving now in the clockwise direction. Before we were moving in the counterclockwise direction because it was positive. Now since it's negative, we're going to be moving in the in the clockwise direction, okay? So we're going to be moving like this. So we're going to consider this now 90 degrees, then this is 180 degrees, but we still did not reach 315. Then we come over here, it is 270 degrees. If you're going to flip it, it's going to be like this, okay? So 0, 90, 180, then 270 degrees. You still did not reach 315. Then you're gonna move it more. But now we know it's gonna be between what? 270 degrees and 0 degrees. 0 degrees or 360 degrees, صح? Minus 315 is between 270 and 360. Where to put it exactly? Let us do it together. We're gonna do 270 minus 315, okay? You're gonna get minus 45, all right? Then, if you're gonna do 360 minus 315, you're also gonna get 45. So that means, because they are the same distance of angles between them, that means it's gonna be exactly in the middle, so it's gonna be over here. So the point for 135 degrees is this point over here, which is minus 3, and then the point for the minus 315 degrees is this point over here, which is 2. So here is minus 3, 3, and here is 2 and 2. So if we are going to submit and check, just remember in part 1, in number 1, part B was wrong, okay? Like that, we have correct answers. So thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day.